Hello and welcome to my channel. Today I'm at the cosmetics company Mlle-Agathe de Crete on the island of Crete, because today's video is about a very special kind of cosmetics. It's about products made with snail secretion. This subject is not quite new. Snail secretions, for example, is also very well known in Korean cosmetics, since Korean women are known to like extremely radiant and clear skin. Away from the large Far Eastern cosmetic companies, this small Cretan producer claims to produce cosmetics with a very high concentration of active ingredients while keeping the snails in their natural environment. How does it work? And what's the benefit for our skin? We will find it out. Let's go. With Greek warmth, the founder and CEO of Mlle-Agathe de Crete, Dr. Mlle-Agathe, welcomes me to his farm. The doctor of physics explains to me that today he likes to call himself a farmer. He quit his job in medical laser research at the University of Benton years ago to concentrate on his olive plantation and the science of snails. Here, close to Rethymnon, the third largest city in Crete, he owns around 1,800 olive trees on 55,000 square meters. On a section of about 2,000 square meters, he cultivates the snails for his Panacea 3 cosmetic line. Hundreds of thousands of animals of the species Helix aspersa are living here. And this is also where Dr. Mlle-Agathe has been working for years to improve the animals' living conditions and also his products. Snails instead of lasers, olive trees instead of laboratories. A doctor of physics who develops cosmetic products from the secretion of snails. That makes me interested, and I want to know how it became that way. At first, I was really only interested in animals, and I wasn't originally thinking about producing cosmetics at all. As a researcher, I actually wanted first and foremost to study and observe the lives of the animals. On Crete, people have known a lot about snails for centuries, and you can still learn a lot about the fantastic effect of snail secretion today. However, this knowledge is only partially systemically documented or even scientifically structured, and therefore not very useful. I wanted to change that by first summarizing my research and the knowledge that has been handed down. The work with snails actually started as a kind of an observation game. More and more, I was so fascinated that I decided to give up my work as a physicist and to focus entirely on the research of snails. Today, I can say that the animals actually control my life, also in a commercial sense, of course. And physics still helps me a lot, by the way, because the processes involved in the production of cosmetics are based on physics, not on chemistry.
Θέλουμε να πιστεύουμε, έχουμε την πεποίθηση ότι μας βοηθάνε στο να έχουμε τα καλύτερα προϊόντα.
But why is snail cosmetics so popular? Why is their secretion supposed to be so great for the skin? And what is so special about Mlle-Agathe de Crete's products? Snail secretion especially contains the active ingredient allantoin, which has a powerful cell regeneration effect and therefore heals and protects. In addition, the secretion also contains hyaluronic acid, which moisturizes the skin. In addition, also glycolic acid, which exfoliates, moisturizes, and is also responsible for the glowing skin tone, as well as skin-strengthening peptides, minerals, and vitamins. The special feature of our products is that the secretion comes from young snails. This is because it is much more nutritious and has a stronger effect than the secretion of older snails. And our products have no other chemical ingredients. Unlike other manufacturers, we do not add additional allantoin, for example, as this would reduce the effect of the allantoin originally in the secretion. Under the brand name Panacea 3, Escargot de Crete develops cosmetic products based on the secretion of snails. And this is important to the company. The secretion is not just added, like with many other factories. In fact, it is the basis of the care products. Today, the portfolio offers around 20 products, from lip cream to body lotion, from soap to hair care.
Κρέμα ματιών και χιλιών, την κρέμα προσώπου.
3 product lines are part of the Panacea 3 range: the golden line, the silver line, and the sprays of the mysterious series. They have different levels of snail secretion and allantoin concentration.
Και τα ίδια προϊόντα βγαίνουν και silver line.
In independent laboratory analysis, Dr. Kyagias analyzed the exact ingredients of his snail secretion and the substances of his products. Dr. Kyagias is proud of the purity of his snail secretion.
Που ανήκουν στην σειρά Mysterious, όπως τη λέμε. Παίζουμε με τη λέξη mist και mysterious.
The snail secretion alone makes Panacea 3 products powerful in allantoin, glycolic acid, hyaluronic acid and peptides. And the snail secretion filtrate at the very first position of the ingredients shows that the secretion is indeed the basis of the product. Kyagias explains that the fewer unnecessary additives in snail cosmetics, the more effective they are. The transparent description of the ingredients is important to Kyagias, as can be well seen, for example, in the product known as Repair Serum. As customers, we are informed exactly what percentages, for example, allantoin and elastin, of active ingredients are actually in the product, which give us confidence and has personally made me more interested in the brand. As Kyagias explains to me, communication with the customers also play a very important role in Escargot de Crete. We have been working with external institutes for development in the past, but Corona has recently made this less possible. We are in regular contact with our customers, however. Their feedback is very important to us and we regularly take it into consideration into the development and improvement of our products. In any case, the Panacea 3 serum from the Golden line has definitely convinced me during my tests in the last 2 years. The serum is strongly moisturizing and gives a nice soft skin texture. By the way, it contains the secretion of 50 snails in 1 bottle of serum, explains Kyagias. Considered subjectively, snail secretion has a positive effect on the skin. But objective tests have also come to this conclusion. Several scientific studies have already been on this subject. They have shown that the active substances in the snail secretion, with which the animals protect themselves from parasites, viruses, and bacteria, have both medical and cosmetic benefits. This is a knowledge that was already known in ancient Greece. After all, Hippocrates supposedly used snails to heal skin inflammations. Controversial, however, is the extraction of the secretion. Snails produce the secretions to keep themselves moist and to move around, even over this prickly cactus. They produce especially large amounts of secretion under stress. So, some cosmetics manufacturers treat the animals with acid or salt, for example, to get the secretion. Kyagias, on the other hand, assures me that he has developed a gentle method of extracting the secretion without harming the animals. How exactly? That, however, remains a secret. We are researching the life of snails in many ways, and one of the very important questions we worked on for a long time was a way to be able to extract the secretion without having to harm the animals. However, just like the final processing of our products, this process is also one of the secrets of our company. Therefore, I can only promise that with us, the animals definitely do not suffer.
Αυτό που σίγουρα πάντως δεν κάνουμε είναι να βασανίσουμε τα ζώα.
Under these olive trees in the wild, the animals produce the snail secretion that is finally made into cosmetic products after purification and filtration on the Greek mainland. The focus of his work is to constantly improve the living conditions of the animal, says Dr. Mlle-Agathe, who does a lot of observing, experimenting and developing here. I can convince myself that he is, first and foremost, a scientist. He demonstrates his latest innovation to me with great interest. Prickly pear plants as a home for the snails. The animals live and reproduce under the cactus leaves, and they love the fruits of the cactus as food. At the same time, the leaves also ensure an optimal microclimate. Snails prefer humidity and not excessive heat, both of which the leaves make possible. On top of that, the prickly pear will regrow at almost zero cost and is therefore also cheaper and more sustainable than the wooden dwellings that have been used so far. Here we have the latest breeding model, which I developed after 2 years of experimentation and which I would like to use in future for all snails. It came about as part of my ongoing research in ways and models to give our snails a better, more beautiful life. Because there is one fact, if the snails are happy, the products will be better too. And what could be better for the animals than when their home is also their favorite food? Because prickly pears are one of the favorites on the snail's food menu. To compare, Mlle-Agathe also shows me the former method in which snails were farmed. These small wooden roofs have been used as a living space for the snails until now. This climate is much less comfortable for the snails and the search for food is more demanding. Step by step, these wooden dwellings are to be replaced by the prickly pear leaves. Mlle-Agathe explains to me that the good living environment created here for the snails not only ensures the high quality of the secretions. In terms of quantity, his snail farm is also extremely productive. Mlle-Agathe expects the number of snails living here at several 100,000, which produce secretion almost all year round, apart from the 2 winter months, when they bury their eggs in the ground. How effective the snail secretion works, by the way, can be seen impressively on these branches and trunks of olive trees, where the secretion has already made the bark completely smooth. Mlle-Agathe's urge to explore seems unstoppable. He shows me his next project over here. By specifically planting certain herbs in the near of the snails, he wants to find out whether and how the animals react to them. And he hopes to have a positive impact on the animals' living conditions as well, and would like to find out what effect the planting has on the products. Escargot de Crete is currently still a small company that mainly supplies the national market with its Panacea 3 products. But with the help of investors, the company plans to grow soon. The purity and high quality of Panacea products should help the company to achieve this, as well as the constant search for improvements, especially with respect to the living conditions of the animals. Finally, Mlle-Agathe shares his dream. He wants to build a research center for snails on his company site that will set world standards. Regenerating allantoin, exfoliating glycolic acid, strengthening peptides. We have learned snail secretion is a real power cocktail of effective ingredients for our skin, and studies have already proven that it works. But we also learned that the exact formula of the skincare products is important. The addition of synthetic allantoin, for example, can affect or eliminate the effect of natural allantoin. Therefore, Escargot de Crete is focused on the purity of the product. I can say from my own experience with this cosmetics, you get a finer and more even appearance of the skin. Nevertheless, the Snail Cosmetics is not undisputed. Like many other manufacturers, Escargot de Crete is silent about the extraction of the secretion, but assures that the animals do not suffer in the process. At least I was able to convince myself that the snails are kept in their natural environment, not like in large snail farms where the animals live in cages, for example. Those who only use vegan cosmetics will certainly consider other products. Everyone else should take a closer look at the Snail Cosmetics. Inform yourself about the products, their ingredients, and if necessary, ask the manufacturer how the secretion is gained. I hope you enjoyed the video and wish you all the best while caring your skin, maybe even with snail secretion.